I was in at Fordham Law School. It was a week before classes start. And I told my mom, I'm going back to NYU. She goes, you should be proud. I'm happy you're going to Fordham. Don't waste your time. She went to NYU Law School. I went a week before classes start. I meet the head of admissions. I go, you haven't admitted me yet, but if you do, I'm coming.
How'd you meet him? Every single time you said they
kicked me out.
Oh.
I'm sitting in the first day of classes at Fordham Law School, and I get a phone call from an unknown number. And I look at it, and the same way that I was on the treadmill, imagining myself at NYU, I looked at the number. I go, NYU's calling for sure. That's NYU. I leave. I call back. Hi, this is Michael Ramos, head of admissions. We have a spot opening.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Jewish Professionals Podcast, the JP Podcast. I'm Hillel Bainach.
And I'm Benjamin Winters, and we're students at Yeshiva University, just looking for some advice.
Our aim is to bring to you Jewish professionals from every industry to learn from their successes and failures, how they grew in their career and Jewish identity, and made a Kiddush Hashem along the way.
We hope you can apply what you learned through the lessons to your own life as they pass the torch to us, the next generation. We can't wait to go along this journey with you. This is the Jewish Professionals Podcast.
Woo! Welcome.
So guys, welcome to my podcast. I run this now. Welcome to the Mordy4Prez podcast.
There's never been a more fitting intro to an episode. Today we have back in the JP studio, the night of the sports banquet, we got a former Max Rookie of the Year.
Preseason.
Yep.
Mordechai, Weiss. Ben, tell us a little bit about your obsession of Mordechai Weiss.
Okay. I wouldn't say obsession. Pause.
It's
Big
close.
time pause.
It's definitely close to obsession.
It was it was COVID actually, and like everyone, I was scrolling TikTok and I saw this guy pull up on my feed. He started off his day with a little bless up, and
Bless
he's like,
up.
and he go like, "I'm a Miami over here."
Wait, hold on. Can we get a bless up on the podcast?
And
Yeah, we got to go.
There's no way-
How to finish this. Go ahead.
how was I supposed to forget a Jewish guy who's making solid content? His videos are pretty interesting, like probably for sure, editing like his tanness and everything for sure.
Yeah.
But he's literally,
exactly what I was thinking.
like saying Miami. I'm like, okay, I'll follow his story a little bit. So I followed him a little bit, then got off TikTok, but now we made our way back. But
We are back.
But I do want to hear a Miami and I do want to hear a bless up for sure.
Well, bless up is
Wow.
really key to every morning. I putting on your tefillin is your armor, and I really believe that. Rabbi Shipple here at YU, who's Rabbi Shipple.
Great
Go.
Rebbe.
He's the greatest.
Go.
And he taught me to love being Jewish.
Right, that's a beautiful message right there. And
Thank
Ben, just so our audience gets a good feel, tell us a little bit about Mordy's accomplishments so far.
No.
After, I'd
no
say
one cares.
At number one for sure is preseason Rookie of the Year,
Yeah,
and
thank
number
you.
2 is JSS valedictorian.
That's a close
that
second.
is
for
true.
sure.
That is true.
Close second.
I know.
NYU law, but we'll get to the other parts. We'll get to the other parts of his career for sure.
Yeah.
But it's funny because also the person behind our camera, Josh, is also the JSS valedictorian of this year.
Are you serious?
No
We have
joke.
a bond.
We
Yeah.
are literally in the presence of greatness.
Yeah, guys.
right now.
JSS is think about YP. The 9 to 3, but then a step up.
Good.
So the Lubavitcher Rebbe came from JSS.
Interesting.
There we go. I like
years
that.
ago, so.
I heard I think Moshe Benu might have gotten some
Yeah.
classes there too.
Oh no, he couldn't get into JSS.
right.
Yeah, he had to go to
There is
YP. So
Right, for sure.
Definitely a tough application process.
It is.
And then to be valedictorian is,
I mean, really, it shows dedication.
It was
Ben.
big. It was big.
It shows
Yeah, thank you.
perseverance.
Thank you.
and then just before, lastly, the other point of Mordy4Prez on the YU campus is the staple of YU is that they take the pictures and they shift them around.
Yeah.
But one picture is
remains.
cemented onto the YU gym. And it's a picture of Morty in these the old uniforms.
Yeah, dude.
Sleeves going like all the way to the shoulder. It's like giving you vibes of the old style, like Carmelo Anthony wearing that old suit. It's like he's wearing these, and it's on.
I think that was a shot at your.
Every day I'm running at it. Every day I'm running. I'm saying, hey, Miami, hey, bless up.
Every time I look at that, I wish I had bigger arms, like bigger shoulders and biceps, and it's still the same. But I'm up there, and as Scalabrini said, I'm going to tell my kids I was Rookie of the Year, championship winner, Yisrael Feld, Benji Riddles. I taught them how to shoot.
There we go.
Right.
They came to me for lessons.
There you
I
go.
did hear that,
was
and
great.
Steph Curry too. Forgot to mention that. But okay, so just going into a little bit of we are a professional podcast.
We
man.
are.
Correct.
Anyways, so just a little bit about the professional side. You wanted to be a lawyer. You always wanted to be a lawyer. You wanted to be a model. What were you thinking?
So I was in YU, Yeshiva University, in the Honors Entrepreneurial Program, which is so glamorous the way it sounds, but it really wasn't much, honestly. And I found I wasn't learning anything in class. Accounting, finance, quant. There was really nothing there for me. And when I was at YU, I was actually spending quite a bit of time going out, as I told you, going to clubs. It's nothing to be so proud about, but hey, it was fun.
You're college. You're in college.
And then I was at that point, I said, wait a sec, I have a really cool idea. There's all these clubs in Manhattan, but when I drive there, I show up and it's not good. I wish someone could tell me in advance. And that's when I started my first company in YU called Lit. It was a nightlife app that we launched across the East Coast. We had over 15,000 users. We had 100 campus ambassadors. And that's where I learned business. And what I'm telling YouTube pitchers is you are not learning business in business school. And that's not to throw shade at YU. There is no business school on the planet where you're going to learn business.
Wharton.
It's all like theory you're saying.
By the way, I went to NYU Law School and then I wanted to try out the business school. Maybe I'll do a 4-year program. I took one class in the business school and they're like, my Excel spreadsheet has great formulas. It was like an Excel spreadsheet battle off. And it was at that point where I said, okay, I'm not going to do it. This is a waste of time. So you guys and all your buds have all this free time. You must start something.
I know Ben was wondering, does this Lit app still exist
No,
today?
I sold it for $100 billion. It was a
Wow. And that's how he got this tailored suit over here.
early
The
exit,
fit.
dude. I was.
Is the hair fake too from Turkey? Or that's
It's good. No,
Okay.
I was doing the double curriculum as you guys were.
Right.
Driving out to a college campus 2 hours away, throwing a party for 500-600 people, getting back here at 2-3 in the morning, and doing it all again
Run it
every
back.
day, 6 days a week. Besides Shabbos, I've always been Shomer Shabbat.
When did you practice your basketball?
I quit basketball. For
Oh,
that.
I can tell.
I was Steinmetz's first year, by the way.
Interesting. What was
Just
that
so you
like?
know.
Transition into
Well,
new
Yogi
coach?
Verdugo was the assistant coach, and I'll tell you, when Elliot came in, he has this aura of seriousness. He does not smile very much.
Zero.
In practice. He's very serious. He does not mince his words. He says 1 or 2 words and then sits down and watches intensely. There were students on the team from years ago that like every year they always made it, and he cut everyone.
That is wild.
Full
I
clean
made
house.
it, but I made it. You know how, boys? My brother was the captain.
Hey, little Nepo baby. Listen, love to
Shai
see
was
it.
good. Shai
Love
was sick.
to
He was
see
the
it.
captain, and I was injured, but they said, "Oh my God, if he's half as good as Shai, he's got to be good."
Wow.
I will say, if we want to get a little serious here, Ben, I mean, it's a message we haven't had on the podcast yet. Just be a Nepo baby.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Be
Exactly.
a Nepo baby.
They're gonna say that you got to learn business on your own.
Okay.
What are
okay.
you guys doing with all your free time?
That too. I mean,
What do you do with your free time, Ben?
I just feel like,
You know
I'll
what I
be
do with
honest,
my free time?
that's why I started this.
Okay, that's a start.
fair.
Otherwise, I'd never be talking to you guys.
Okay, fine.
But
Yeah,
this
fair.
is a good start. So I'll tell you another thing I did.
let's hear it.
Free time, not smoking weed.
Good.
And we got to talk about that.
Good.
'Cause
You're
I-
anti.
We got to talk about that.
Fine.
Okay.
So I had free time. All you guys have free time. I got certified on Google Ads. When you search hair salon near me and the first 3 results that come up, that's a result of people actually bidding on those keywords is what they call them. They're really search results for you.
Right.
I got certified in a month for that. I was making 5 figures every month doing Google Ads for companies. This was, the course cost me $20. The course took me a month and I was making money because you charge a client $2,000 a month to manage it. You get 4 or 5 clients and you're off to the races.
How much time does that take?
It takes time.
A day.
But not as much
A
time
day.
as you
Not
guys
the
waste
course.
playing video
not
games.
Not the course. Not the course. How much
Wait,
time does that
It
take?
takes time.
Explain that. So when you search a company on Google,
So if I search nice suit, you want to get this is a nice suit.
Thank you.
Not as nice as mine, but
from Macy's.
Clearly not when you sold lit for $100 billion, bro.
but if you search nice suits near me,
Yeah.
the results that come up are not organic anymore. Those are all bid on.
it says sponsored on some of them.
Exactly. So
Okay.
that's actually someone going on the back end like me.
hate those guys, though.
Who when you write in suits near me, I want my website to come up.
I
So you're
hate
paying
those
for a
guys. I
click.
can't join the enemy.
So I got certified for Google Ads. I then went to companies and said, I'll do Google Ads for you at half the price.
How'd you find those companies?
You email them. You talk to them.
So you're saying networking is important.
It's not networking. It's because I had something to offer. You guys are networking saying, could you get coffee with me? Like they don't want to hold your hand for coffee.
So you're saying-
I was giving them a business. I was giving them a value.
So fine. So lesson.
Yeah.
That's how you learn business. You're saying go out making lit, going out and actually doing something.
The only way, I'll tell you, school is, and I see this clearer than ever now, is a luxury. We're all lucky we went. Yeshiva is a luxury. You guys are going to be buds forever, even if this podcast doesn't go Joe Rogan
We'll
levels.
also sell for 100 billion.
yeah,
you know?
yeah, okay. And
We got a few offers. Anyone wonder?
so you guys will have great friends. You'll still have your religiosity. You won't have to deal with protesters, which is nice. But you will not take a single thing from a single one of your classes to your job. And I don't mean that as an exaggeration.
And you don't
The
care if
only
that's
thing-
Wharton, and you don't care if
It doesn't
that's-
matter. I was at NYU Business School with the top students. I'll tell you one class that actually did help me at YU.
Let's hear it.
That actually was a game changer. It was, guess?
I'm going to go with like gym.
Gym, there ain't no gym class here.
Producer?
I don't know. JSS, something JSS.
No.
I'm so
It
curious.
was public speaking by Mark Spear.
Oh,
I'm trying to get into that next semester.
Dude,
I'm literally
dude.
trying to get into that next semester.
I always thought I was a good public speaker, and I took the class and I stood in the front and I was shaking.
really?
I was shaking.
You were nervous.
I didn't
You
know
got
what
rattled.
to do. I didn't know what to do. Mark Spear taught me. I'll tell you 3 quick public speaking
This is
lessons.
good advice for all
do
my
this
listeners.
so that I don't have to take
3
it.
public speaking lessons are very important. Number 1, keep your feet planted.
Feet planted.
People will sway back and forth.
What about the step? Like the step
You could
of
do that.
importance.
You could do full steps, but a lot of times people will
don't
rock
wanna
back and
shuckle.
forth.
No cruise ship. No cruise. That's what they called in my class. No cruise
Really?
ship.
No
Yeah.
shuckle.
Oh, that's cool.
You're not-
No cruise ship.
it's
Number
National
2,
Nesray.
use your hands. Look how much I've used my hands so far today.
Okay, that was just because you were saying use your hands.
Created
Oh, come
a
on.
vibe.
Okay.
It's give you something to follow.
Right.
Boom.
Okay.
Number
got
two,
it. You
number
got
2,
it.
using your hands, and number 3 is eye contact. A lot of times, especially young people, don't have the confidence to really stare someone in the eyes through their soul.
I'm beating you.
And give them the message. How many times do you speak to people and you see young people speak to professors or interviewers and go, "Thanks for coming. It's so great that you came here," and they're breaking eye contact. It's not breaking eye contact. Pick 3 people in the room while you're speaking and go from one to the next to the third. 4 things. What are they? Number 1.
Keep your feet planted.
Good. Number 2.
Damn, this is intense. No eye contact. Don't break eye contact.
No, you missed the hands though first.
Yeah, but listen.
And by the way, I was
Look-
watching
look,
the
you
hands
see-
since.
you see-
I was watching the hands since. They faltered a little
You
bit.
think they faltered?
But
you're
but
on
as
there
you-
too.
but
By the
as
way,
you
you're
were
on there
saying
too.
hands,
we got on camera.
As you
You're
was-
big on there
As
too.
you were saying hands, I literally thought I was in the wax on, wax off movie.
Yeah.
This guy was literally.
By the way, look how much
shuffling.
better. Look how
Shuffling.
much
He's
more
good.
authoritative he
It's the eye
looks.
contact.
Okay, that's
It's
a
the eye
joke.
And
contact.
then, so that was 2, 3. Number 4 was
The bonus.
He just did it.
the bonus.
If you don't,
Your
if you're
grades are
reading
trash.
off of the paper, you are not 0.
Thank you.
Qualified.
Those are the
Okay.
4 major keys to public speaking. I can't give you the rest for free.
All right. Okay, that was beautiful. But you're such an entrepreneur at this point in your career, coming from YU. I mean, why are you going to law school?
Why did
Start a
I go to
business.
law school?
Yeah, why start a business?
I like to be busy, and teachers always told me I had ADD, which is such a load of crap. Because when young people are sitting in front of their PS5, they don't move for 4 or 5 hours. And then
true.
they're up till 2 a.m. on 3 hours of sleep, and then they're sitting in algebra, and they're like, y equals mx plus b is a slope. And then the student doesn't pay attention, and then they call in the parents and go, something's wrong with their kid. What's
Get him
happening
some
with them?
Adderall.
Get him some Adderall. This is, I think, one of the greatest epidemics in America is the overprescription and the overdiagnosing of young people. And you know what that does? Worse than just the harmful effects of the drugs, because ADD is a form of speed, if you guys knew that. It's an
Yeah.
amphetamine, it's a form of speed.
Okay.
But besides that, when you tell a young person you're ugly, how do you feel?
Terrible.
Terrible. So how do you think you feel when someone goes, you have mental disabilities, you're not as smart?
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
It may apply to you, but
So yeah.
Yeah, why is he getting
Yeah,
like
clearly.
no. But really, that is the least empowering thing. You know, the most creative people I've met in the last year, let's say artists, musicians, they'll take like 2 or 3 hours in the morning just to orient themselves creatively. They'll just
Are
sit-
you a big meditator also?
No, I get up and I'm at it.
Yeah.
I get up and I'm. That's why.
And you bless up first, though.
Bless
That's why,
up first.
that's why I don't like to travel. That's why I don't like to sleep at people's places. I sleep in my house, always alone, because I'm not married. Otherwise, it wouldn't be sneeze. And I'm up. I have never snoozed in my life. I'm excited for the morning. I'm excited for the week.
That's a good attitude
Saturdays,
to have.
Sundays are boring to me. I work on Sundays because I want to start my Monday earlier. I'll work 4 or 5 hours every Sunday.
Okay, I have a question actually. So you meet these professional people, and sometimes you feel like, like you feel like you're kind of faking it. Like, I'm not qualified to meet this person. What's your advice when you're talking to someone so out of your league? How do you connect with them? What's your advice?
I'm going to tell you exactly how you connect with someone that you don't actually belong talking to. First and foremost, it's important
I'm
to.
watching the hand motions. They've been
Let
very
him
good.
speak in peace. Let him
I'm
speak
going
in
to tell you how to connect with people that are out of your league. Hello? Ben. Shut up, Ben. First of all, be real with yourself. That's number one. People always try to act smarter than you are. Anyone with half a brain could size you up in half a second and know your capabilities, where you've been, where you've worked. You're not fooling anyone worth fooling, right? That's number one.
Right.
I'm the first to tell people, I don't know what you're saying. Could you explain it? I don't care to impress people for them to think I'm smart. I'll ask you right away. Well, could you explain? I work in real estate development now. I'm working with contractors, engineers, architects. I don't know what's going on all the time. And I'm ready to ask. So number one is ask questions. Number two, there is always something you could provide. Always. You just have to figure it out. And then when you talk about networking, take away that word networking and think, how can I be helpful? There are things that you could help me with. I don't know what it is yet. You may not know, but there are things that you're good at that I don't know and I could use help with. That's number two, is always see how you can help that person.
So on that note, how am I helpful to a partner where I'm networking at that firm? Meaning someone
In what field?
let's say I'm recruiting in consulting.
Yes.
Shout out.
And
Get him an
I get on
interview.
that and
Hire him.
And someone responds to me. I hope that one goes viral. But someone responds to me, and thank God I get the call. And you're right. You're trying to be authentic, but you're not providing value. He's giving you 15 minutes of his time
Yeah.
out of the kindness of his heart in a busy week, whatever firm he's at. And you're out here on the call and being, oh, by the way, like if you need me to do anything, let me know.
Yeah.
What value can you provide that guy?
There's two forms of value. The first form is in making him feel good. So when you meet with someone, you better know everything he's accomplished in the last 5 years. And when you give that people that ego boost and that opportunity to talk about themselves, that is giving them something.
That's value.
That's
That's
value.
great.
That's not value. But
good.
number
That's good
two, you may not be able to give the top dog value, but if you could bring in someone smaller, like let's say me, and I meet you and I like you, you're fun, you're cool, you have a podcast, you got me views even though I'm already on social
Right,
media, but you
right.
got me a little famous.
Right.
My mom saw it and now she's talking
Right.
about it. Then I'll turn around and go, oh, hey, by the way, I have someone that I'm connected with that I've already gave value to, and I'll connect you. So you don't always have to go to the top person.
Right.
There's a lot of intermediaries
speaking also.
that you could reach first, that you don't actually have to go to the top person. So
Okay.
like, for example, when I was interviewing for law firms, I interviewed with 27 law firms in 3 days, okay?
9 a day.
You know what they do? They rent out a hotel.
It's like Suits.
They strip out all the beds, the bedding, the chairs, the sheets, everything, and they put 2 chairs and a desk. And you go from room to room to room to room interviewing. And they ask you the same question, which we have to circle back on this. When I was doing those interviews, I lost my whole train of thought here. What were you just talking
The
about?
interviews.
What about it?
You're saying providing value to someone when you feel like you can't really provide someone value because you're not going to give them anything if they're a senior partner at a certain firm.
I had nothing interesting to say. Next. Okay, wait, but so reaching people above you,
Right.
number one is making them feel good about
Right.
themselves. That's value. Number two, getting the middleman first. And
Right.
then also number three, asking.
Right.
Have you ever asked someone that you interviewed with, I know I don't work at the firm yet, but is there a way I can make your day a little easier?
Right. Or help out in
That's
any way.
have you said that to
Just
someone
being
before?
simple.
Yes.
Fine. So just
Dude,
helping out.
I've tried everything.
So this is the question I have to ask. I'm so curious. Even just the way you said Miami, people care a lot about what other people think, and I can
Yeah.
see from the get go you could give less
Yeah.
about what anyone thinks about you.
That's true.
Where does that come from? And like, does it get better over time? Was there a time where you weren't like that?
Well, first off, if you met my dad, you'd understand.
Okay.
He's the picture of confidence. I don't give a. What you
Great
think?
usage.
What you think about me? So I think a lot of it comes from my dad. But I'll tell you, when I was in college, I always had this creative knack. I loved filming. I had videos on YouTube that no one's seen before, and I never wanted to post it because, oh, you won't be able to get a girlfriend. They'll think you're weird. The Jewish communities,
Right.
they'll all look at you weird at shul, and also your friends will make fun of you. And then COVID hit. And at that point, I thought to myself, you know what? The whole world is over. I may be stuck at home for the rest of my life. I might as well just confront all these inhibitions and just be myself because nothing matters anymore. COVID taught all of us that nothing mattered. Like,
Right.
really nothing matters. And when it comes to anything you're starting, a business, a page, a podcast, it will always start like this. Laugh, acceptance, applause. When I
yeah,
started
yeah.
TikTok, everyone was laughing. Then when it started getting kind of big and some views, people were like, oh, he's creative. And now that I'm getting millions and millions of views and doing brand deals with the biggest companies in the world and running my own nonprofit and all these great things, now they all want to collab. So you just have to always understand that. One, nothing matters. I truly believe that nothing matters besides for your health and your family. Nothing else. I mean, think about it. When things go wrong with those two items, when something goes wrong with your health, nothing, all the business issues, your internships, your grades, your friends, your girl problems, they don't matter.
Right.
So as long as you have those two things, never let those two things slip. Never let your belief slip in God, with Hashem, with your religiosity, God, family, health, everything else, have a good time. Because I'll tell you, life goes fast, bro. Like I was just here in this library studying for accounting principles too. And I didn't cheat.
I'm lit at the final coming next week.
I did not cheat
Right.
on all my classes. Okay. And then life goes, and then you go to law school, and then you work at a firm, and then you get another job. And before you turn around, you're already in your 20s, deep in your 20s.
Right.
This is your only time. You guys, do you have a girlfriend?
No.
Do
Not
you?
yet. Not yet.
Do you have
do.
a girlfriend?
I do.
Oh, man.
Hands are a little sweaty, yeah.
Oh, God. Nervous.
Do you have a girlfriend, Morty?
No, I don't. But I'll tell you, once you have...
Does she know that?
What? Once,
We could delete that
what, dude,
Too late.
Once you have a family and you have kids, there's no more taking risks.
Yeah.
You guys have to be doing everything right now. Like every moment, you must wake up and say to yourself, "I'm falling behind. What could I do, dude?" When I'm at a party, unless it's really lit, like unless I'm in Ibiza with Martin Garrix, when I'm at a party, I look around and I go, "What could I be doing right now? I'm falling behind. I'm partying right now. I feel guilty while I'm doing it." And that's always been my attitude. I've had a lot of ventures and ideas that have hit the graveyard, a lot. But then I pop off and start 1,000 Strong, and now we're the biggest nonprofit in New York City within a year and a half.
Tell us about it.
With no funding.
What is 1,000 Strong?
1,000 Strong is the first and only nonprofit in New York City supporting Israel, fully self-funded, fully led by people in their 20s, and fully volunteer. So what does that mean? I know you're thinking like, yeah, that's all nonprofits. And we put together the most insane galas you've ever seen. Every single event we've had, 3 events so far, sold out, over 1,200 people. Every event we have has a mix of performers from Israel that we fly in, like Shallows, who lost friends in the Nova Festival. We brought in Zahavi. We had one of the hostages that was rescued, Andrei Kozlov, come speak. We have violinists. Mayor Adams comes to all of them. We're very close with his office. And we've created this movement of young people realizing that they could actually make a difference. How much do you think we raised to date? In 3 events. 3 events. No big billionaires writing us big checks. How much do you think?
You're acting like we didn't do research.
So you know.
So if you know, I don't.
Okay, you guess then. He did his research.
I'm going to go with, off the top of my head, 4 million.
This guy's
Yeah, he's the worst guy.
See, that's messed up.
He's the worst
Okay.
guy.
We raised-
I was going to go 100,000. 100,000.
Yeah. Okay, so we raised $800,000 for those 3 events. Thank you. Thank you for ruining my whole thing there. Okay, so
We can redo it.
And you know what the most special-
200,000.
No, 800.
Oh my gosh!
I'll tell you the most special thing about that. Okay, we donated 800,000. We raised 800, but then we donated
Not
800.
a dollar wasted.
Every single dollar. You know where the money goes? We're supporting over 120 widows that lost their husbands since the war started financially. Baby clothing. We have a factory in Israel full of supplies. A woman lost her husband and she was driving her car. Her car broke down. We paid for half of her new car. Second bucket is the orphans that have issues with parents, abusive parents, lost parents. We send them to summer camp through Kol Narim, which is the greatest organization. Shout out to Michael Reidler and Talia Reidler. They are unbelievable. So we send kids to summer camp. I may go this summer and actually volunteer.
I have a lot of friends doing KH. I'll be in Israel.
Are you serious?
When is it?
KH, end of June. Pull up.
Actually, I'll be in Israel for June. I'll be in Israel for June.
And then third is soldiers that were injured in the war. So soldiers that lost legs and other limbs.
That's awesome.
Can I ask where the idea for 1,000 Strong came from? Because I read a book by Adam Braun who had a similar type of idea, but it was a nonprofit for Pencils of Promise.
Oh, I don't know that.
He like also did events in New York
We
City.
got it, Ben.
for
You
friends.
read it. You read, Ben. Yeah.
It's a good book. It's a good book. Morty's writing his own.
Hashtag educated. Let's go. Okay.
Not in the YU class.
So I was in Israel on October 7th. And when you hear about the rockets in Israel from America off your social media feed, you scroll to the next video. when you're in Israel and you get woken up by sirens and you could feel the vibration of the Iron Dome exploding above you on the windows of your hotel, for the first time, it hits so different. And as the news was coming out on October 7th, we realized it went from rockets to actually a full-on assault invasion. And the depression, I can't even explain to you the sadness and depression. I couldn't talk. You know I could talk, boys. I couldn't talk.
Oh, we know.
I couldn't talk for days. And, you know, as I was on the plane ride home, I thought to myself, I felt a little guilty just leaving Israel. Like, I'm going home. So I texted my friend Mika Benishu. He's my boy. We went to YU together. We would party all the time together. We ran events together. We did the Save a Child's Heart annual event too. I texted him from the plane. I go, dude, we have to do something. Let's do an event. He booked it while I was on the plane. We were the first fundraiser after October 7th, just 7 days later. And we thought, what do we call it? It was at a time where our community was so insecure. We felt so vulnerable. And I said, we want to make people feel strong. How do you do that? You bring them together. We called it 1,000 Strong. We told people 1,000 people are showing up, which is a marketing tool, which I could tell you about. And 1,000 people did show up. And we raised $150K the first event. We didn't know what we were doing.
That's wild.
And then we did a second event and a third event. And we've had tremendous volunteer opportunities. We fold clothing for women of abuse here in New York. We do clothing packing. It's really just activated all these young people, because young people don't have a place in these big organizations. They don't. You know what they have? They'll put your name on a flyer and they'll say, oh, you're a host now. But what does that mean? 1,000 Strong leaves you with that feeling that I saved someone's life. I helped support a woman that lost her husband. That's what 1,000 Strong is. There's never been anything like 1,000 Strong. And I'll tell you, it's taken over my life. It's been the greatest privilege of my life. And my goal with it is to inspire other people like you guys, Josh, everyone. You have to start your own 1,000 Strong. So I'm doing 1,000 Strong, but it can't just be me. And it can't just be that person and that person. Everyone in America has got to use their privilege to help people in Israel. And that is the story. And that is the message of 1,000 Strong. It's young people waking up and saying, we are going to make the difference for Israel. We're not just going to stand with Israel. We're actually going to go ahead and support Israel.
Yeah. Well, that's something I noticed is that you had this Lit app and its idea of forming parties, and you literally turned that skill of learning how to do that and used it to give back. It's pretty cool.
Thank you, Hill. That's actually exactly where I got the skills to do 1,000 Strong. When I was running the nightlife app Lit, we were running events every night. We had a very small marketing budget. I did all the graphics. Everything you see on 1,000 Strong's Instagram, every video, I script, I film, I direct, and then I edit. That's awesome. I do everything. When you go to the events and you see those big screens on the wall, I designed those screens.
So can you tell us a little bit, for our audience that doesn't know, this is the owner of Mordy4Prez account on TikTok. He has an account on Instagram too. I think it's called something different. But just explain the rise.
Is it Mordy for life?
No, it's just Mordy4Prez.
Yeah, I didn't know. Okay, and so explain what was the inspiration? How did it start? And then what was a moment when you were like, holy cow, this is big now?
It was the first time I liked it.
Yeah, right.
I think you realized, yeah.
I'll tell you, you guys, the phone in your pocket could be the greatest opportunity or your greatest downfall. That you have social media and you could post a video and inspire millions and show your brand to millions. There's never been anything like this in the history of humanity. Or you could use it on your phone to look at bad images. You could use it to chase after girls that aren't into you and you just spend all your time texting them. You could use it to scroll on other people's content and waste hours of your time. So there's two ways you could go with your iPhone. I've always loved to make videos, and it was during COVID, and I posted a video, a day in the life of a law school student. And that video got 500,000 views, and I said, what? And I was shocked. I go, why is anyone interested in what I'm doing? I really was shocked. And from there, I realized, okay, I have a platform. I want to keep creating. But the message is not about my TikTok. It's about what your TikTok or your Instagram is going to be. There is billions of dollars of free advertising to be had, and it's just waiting for you guys to pick up. And I think, especially in college, it's very insular. You're with all your friends, and anything you post, everyone's going to see in your college first, so it's a little hard to do it. But it's such an opportunity. When people tell me, I deleted my Instagram because I'm locked in, like they think I'm going to applaud and be like, nice, man. Is there an applause? What's the applause one?
One of them. You can give it a try.
Okay.
For them.
So they go, I deleted my Instagram. I'm so proud of myself. I'm locked in. I go, Everyone's on their phone the whole day. If you could grab someone's attention, you could turn it into money.
Right.
If you could grab someone's attention, you could turn it into attendance at an event. If you could grab someone's attention, you could build it to create groups and shuls and synagogues, anything. Everyone's eyes are down at their phone, and you must capture it.
Yeah, I can't lie. I did try my own, actually.
No, you
I did try
didn't.
my own. It's
Give it a follow.
deep down in the recently.
You have
deleted.
a TikTok?
No, not TikTok. I did my own day in the life through the TikTok app.
Of your life?
Like it was back in high school, actually. It was like post senior year, and it was pretty brutal. So we're still maybe after the Google Chrome, I learned that skill. I'll do the day in the life editing skill, but it does feel really cool in and of itself. You feel like you're like showing your story, and like I showed it to a few people, and it was really cool. Like the act itself isn't just for the views, for yourself.
Does it get
right.
even now? Is it still fun?
Does
You're
it get
right.
tiring? Like, don't want to keep doing it every day?
That's the thing is when I was really starting to get tens of millions of views every week, I was thinking, should I go full-time influencer? Maybe
Right.
maybe that would be a cool thing. Thank God I didn't. Don't go full-time influencer.
Why not? Why not?
Because social media needs to complement your life. It can't be your life.
Okay.
So what do you want to do?
I'm working at a bank this summer.
You're working at it. You can't really video that. Do you have any passions, any hobbies or anything?
I mean, I love swimming. I love basketball. I suck at swimming.
Oh, you play basketball, you hoop, right?
I hoop.
So like to do social media videos of day in life of a D3 hooper at YU.
I think that could blow up.
No, just do that. Meaning, and you're showing people your life. It's cool. You're on a basketball team. You're waking up early at 5 a.m. for practice. That's when I think social media is cool. Is when it's complimenting your life and when it's showcasing your life. But it can't be your life.
Right. That's my dream.
so-
That's my dream. That's why I made my first episode. I would love to make Aliyah like right after.
Oh, really?
Right after college. And like, I think it'd be really cool for people, I think in America, to engage with someone who is living in Israel,
Yeah,
working
that's
a
cool.
job, and like see, like that's like you found that niche in COVID. Someone who's in law school, like not there, who's still finding a way to make his life
Yeah.
like still really meaningful and cool. Like finding that niche in there and filling that void.
We haven't talked about law yet. I want to hear about law. I want to hear
Dude, law is great, man.
What is it like? What's it like? What's it like?
So sorry, finish your question.
Nah, that's it.
So good question, bro.
Hand motions.
So
It's all about hand motions.
Why law school? You actually don't know how to read. Both you guys don't know how to read, nor do you know how to write.
Okay.
And that's what I realized when I went to law school. Is I didn't know how to read. I didn't know how to write. Yeah,
But what do you take? Why are you English 1? That has to teach you everything.
It's you know, if you could take and every business is very regulatory heavy. Any business you're in, you're gonna have to follow these really dense laws that are constantly changing. You could give me anything. You give me a statute, you give me a law, you could give me a congressional act. I could read the whole thing, understand it, summarize it, explain it. That's what law school gives you. It's the ability to read, to focus, to understand, comprehend very dense things. But it's also cool to be able to represent yourself on certain things. When I was working on Lit, you have a brand, so you want to trademark your brand. Lit, I don't want anyone else to use that name. So it's called trademark law. For me to do the trademark process when I was running Lit was $15,000.
That's outrageous.
I now work for a real estate development company. It's our family office. I did the trademark process.
You're scumming the other person when
We
he's
got
doing his thing.
rejected, but it's okay.
You got rejected. You didn't do your job so well, huh?
Dude, we got rejected, and now
And you still made him pay the fees.
and I'm appealing it now. But the point is, you get to become your own boss. No one can take advantage of you at that point. So law gives you a great base point. You know what's great about law school?
Let's hear it.
You don't actually have to be a lawyer. You go into finance, you go into accounting, you could go into VC, you could go into consulting.
Right.
Everyone wants a lawyer.
Right.
Everyone.
Right.
So you could go and work at a big law firm, which I did, which I hated. It was the worst 9 months
Where
of my
were you?
life. I was at Gibson Dunn.
Oh,
It
nice.
was the worst 9 months of your life.
I'll tell you, it wasn't Gibson Dunn's fault. It was during COVID.
Right.
So you were on Zoom.
So it was on Zoom. Like, if I'm stuck in my room and I can't see people, I'm gonna be miserable no matter what.
Right.
So it's not their fault; it's my fault. And I take responsibility for everything. I'll never blame anyone for anything. Anything I fell short at, I'll never say it was the coach's fault. I'll never say Elliot didn't play me enough. That's why I had 3 points all season.
All season?
It's my fault because I didn't play well enough. So taking
But
responsibility.
he was the what was it? Player of the year?
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year. Right.
I taught Shelby how to play basketball.
Right.
I taught Yisrael Feld, Benji
Good.
Riddles. His form was kind of cracked. So.
I don't know if I understand those players, but okay. Well, I heard a crazy story about you getting into law school.
Oh, dude.
Let's go from the top. Tell the story.
Getting into a graduate school is so simple to me, but yet it's so complicated for everyone else. college guidance counselor, write your personal statement and then send an email in 6 months from now. If you get on the wait list, just wait and see if you get off. And I said, but isn't applying for a graduate school the same thing as anything else in life? Show up in person, come dressed nicely, shake their hand, tell them how badly I want to be there. So when I realized I was going to law school, I wanted to go to the top school. I said, I'm going to NYU Law School. I'm not going to have it any other way. And I would run on the treadmill in Reuben at that gym.
Facing yourself
I
or someone else? Someone else?
Dude,
His picture
right
wasn't
at
there.
myself, dude, just staring, okay? Every time I ran on the treadmill, I just saw myself at NYU. Manifesting is BS, but planning and then working is real. I was planning and working. I was on the treadmill running, and I just said, I'm in the courtyard. I applied, and I showed up there every month in person. I said, hi, nice to meet you. They said, do you have any questions? I said, no, I just wanted to say hi. They said, you can't be here. I showed up the next month. They said, you can't be here. I showed up the next month. You can't be here. I showed up the next month. I was in at Fordham Law School. It was a week before classes start. And I told my mom, I'm going back to NYU. She goes, sweetie, my mom's the best. She's the best. She goes, you know, you should be proud. I'm happy you're going to Fordham. Don't waste your time. She went to NYU Law School. I went a week before classes start. I meet the head of admissions. I go, you haven't admitted me yet, but if you do, I'm coming.
How'd you meet him? Every single time you said they
kicked me out.
Oh.
I still have time to say a super word. I'm sitting in the first day of classes at Fordham Law School, and I get a phone call from an unknown number. And I look at it, and the same way that I was on the treadmill, imagining myself at NYU, I looked at the number. I go, NYU's calling for sure. That's NYU. I leave. I call back. Hi, this is Michael Ramos, head of admissions. We have a spot opening. Classes already started, dude. I ran back in, grabbed all my books. Everyone in the class in first year writing staring at me. Who is this guy? Why is he running out the first day? And I never looked back since.
Wow.
But dude, there's two big lessons there, okay? Number one is not being afraid of rejection. That is the ultimate superpower. If you stop caring about getting rejected, you are free. You are free because you know what happens when you get rejected? You're in the same place. You didn't go down. If you go and try to get a job and they say no to you, you're not less employed. You're not more poor. You're just poor. You know. When you realize that, you could then just try. Try for this job. Try for that company. Try for this podcast. Try for that graduate school. Because the worst that can happen is, as my late grandfather said, they could just call you a pisher. That's the worst thing that can happen. So number one is not being afraid of rejection. And number two is having unrealistic self-confidence. I have never met anyone that was worse off being too confident. Being absurdly confident will do well for you.
Not being too cocky though?
There's a difference. I'll tell you the difference between cocky and confidence. Cocky is a belief that you're better than other people. Confidence is a belief in yourself.
That's good.
That's a big difference.
It's not the belief in yourself that you're better than other people. It's just I believe
I could do it.
Right.
Cocky is when people come in, they're like, yeah, whatever, bro. Like, that's because I feel like I'm better than you and I don't have to give you the attention. No matter who I'm with, what room I'm in, I'm going to give you my full energy. You could be the CEO. You could be the person working the front desk. It doesn't matter. But I'm still going to say to myself, I'm the best. Every test I sat in, I said, I'm the smartest person to ever live. Every test. Dude, how is it different than a free throw? If you went to the free throw, what's your free throw percentage?
I think it's probably, I have missed one.
Right. If you went to the free throw line and said, I'm trash, I'm going to miss it, you're going to miss it. You have to say to yourself, I'm going to hit the free throw.
Those thoughts just don't come to your head, or you're just like, bruh, be quiet, man. I'm that guy.
It's impossible. You always have to think you're the man. Every room you go into, every job interview you go into, you have to think to yourself, I'm going to get it. Because you're always going to be better off. And that's why I said unrealistic. It may not be true, but at least I'm thinking it.
Right.
You will never go wrong by being too confident, besides for one or two girls calling you cocky.
Right.
And if you ask those girls out, they'd say yes.
Text them right now, Mordy. You won't. I want to hear about what does Mordy have in the future for you? Like, what are the things you're looking forward to do? Do you have long-term goals?
Yeah. So one is I will eventually run for president of the United States.
That's where Mordy4Prez comes from.
That's also why building the brand, you think, is important, just to literally get this next generation.
I am a pro at virality. I've
Okay.
produced content that's gotten accumulated to date over 500 million views. So I understand how to tell a story.
Tell us about fundraising.
Fundraising is the hardest thing in the world, man.
You think so?
I know so.
It's just connections, no?
No, it's not. Like even, the hardest person to fundraise from is a rich person.
Why? But you said you can't be afraid of rejection. You're just in the same spot. As
I'm
you
just
were
telling
when
you,
asked them.
fundraising is very hard.
How do you do it? What's your process?
You need to, there's two ways you can fundraise, okay? One way is you tell a really good story or you put on a really good show. So a really good story is showing them videos of the impact, showing photos of a car we bought for a widow. And a really good show would be like a gala in Manhattan with 1,300 people and you call it 1,000 strong. So we do both of those things. We tell a really good story. We are a really good story. And we put on a hell of a show. There is no party event like an 1,000 strong event.
I'm free for the next one, man.
In a year, within a year and a half, we've surpassed every organization that's been around for 20 or 30 years.
Right.
20, 30 years with budgets in the millions. We have this big of a budget. I put my money down. I put down $20,000, $30,000 from putting down money for venues, for items, for performers before we even start selling tickets. That's the difference. So I'd say those two things.
What are you doing now? Weiss Properties. Tell us a little about that.
Dude, it's great, man. My dad's the best boss in the world. It's definitely a privilege. You know what they say? They like, you're only successful because your dad.
Is this like the LeBron and Bronny
Hey, dude,
of
you
real
literally beat me
estate?
to it.
Are you about to say?
You literally beat me to it. You literally beat me to it.
I don't think you can dunk though.
Dude, that was freaky, man.
People are like, yo,
My
we
dad is
you
LeBron.
shouldn't have made Weiss Properties. This guy's got to go down to the G League of Weiss Properties, whatever that is.
You think I Julie?
Something like that. He's only there because of his dad. And his dad's old. His dad just got knocked out of round 2. What's going to happen now? What's going to happen now to the youngin?
Dude, that's exactly right. My dad started off on the construction site at 16 years old.
Wow.
Your dad's a goat. He's a goat.
Me and him were together today, actually, for a meeting in Manhattan. We were meeting with a mortgage lender, and we wore the same outfit without even realizing. But anyway, so, working for my dad's a blessing. I think, I'll tell you what's really wrong with American society, okay?
Let's hear it.
Yo, you have siblings?
Yeah, 2 brothers.
2 brothers?
One older, one younger.
Where are they?
One's in YU graduating.
Yeah.
And one's high school.
What about you?
graduating high school.
You got siblings?
What? Yeah, I have an older brother and an older sister. My sister's actually the youngest Jewish judge in the whole state of New Jersey.
Ben, I'm gonna pretend like I didn't see that on his
dude.
gram. That's amazing.
This is my water?
I mean, we could share.
Every part of American society is always trying to pull you away from your family. Everything in society is pulling you away from your family. Friendsgiving, college, parties, frats, sororities, everything besides family. It's designed that way. Because as the great Justice Thomas said, that families are islands of thought and cannot be shook. You should stay close to your family as much as you can.
That's good advice.
And that's everything. Like, people will make fun of you. They say, "Why are you so close with your brother? Why do you cheer so much for your brother when he dunks?" Like, spending time with your family is the richest you'll ever be. You'll never be richer than you are today with your family. Times move on, people move on. So if you have brothers, stick with your brothers. Imagine if you didn't have your brothers. You know what I always tell people? And this is what I say on dates, and this could be a reason why I'm still single, boys. I tell them I'm gonna live in a big house with my brother. His family and my family, okay? And
Did your brother say yes? I'm also going to...
He's warming up to it. It's taking time.
Is he married?
No.
Oh, okay, fine.
No. So, but he's warming up to. I tell him all the time. I go, I'm not gonna flop. Me and my wife are gonna be on board. It's up to you, okay? But the point is, the highest earners in America are
Family like money?
no, bro.
What?
Are you, Kanye out here? he's like Jews. Okay. The highest earners in America are Asians, Indians, Pakistani,
fine.
intergenerational households. Grandparents, parents, kids, grandkids, all in the same house. The new modern thought is 5 family members, 5 apartments, 5 mortgages, 5 cars. Dude, you have Indian families that work at 7-Eleven. They drive a Ferrari because they're smart. Because they're smart. They don't have 5 mortgages, 5 babysitters, 5 schooling. So what's really important, and I think what will be a trend coming up because housing is so unaffordable, but also because I think family values, religious values are making a comeback, is families sticking together. And the fact that I get to work with my dad is the greatest, best thing. I live in the same apartment as my brother. I'm with my family all the time. And anyone that says that's weird or you spend too much time with your family. I say I never asked for your opinion though. I never wanted to be you.
Well, that's the whole struggle though. You're trying to be so ambitious. You're trying to accomplish so much, but at the same time, you want to stay grounded with your family.
Yeah.
So what's like the perspective you keep?
Dude, you could be living high. Everyone loves you. You just scored 10 points, 15 points, 20 points in a game.
Make it 30.
You got a great job. You're making money. And in one moment, you get an injury. Something happens with your health. It all goes bad. And I always know that. Like while I'm confident and I have my swag, I'm always thankful.
Have you had an experience?
Dude, of course, bro. Everyone, I don't talk about it because I don't want to. The more you talk about negative things, the more they become real.
Right.
So I'm not the type to dwell on bad things.
Right.
I'll
like
pretend like
that.
they don't exist. So
Okay.
they're like out of my head. But the point is, every moment is a blessing. When I wake up in the morning and I say Modechai, I feel it. Bro, when I say Ashe Yatzar after I go to the bathroom, I feel it.
I didn't need to hear that.
Dude, I may not look like a rabbi, dude, but I love this religion. I love Hashem. And that's how you stay grounded. Because, dude, you're borrowing everything. You're borrowing your body. You're borrowing your energy. You're borrowing your health. You're borrowing your family. And it's all on loan. And just like any loan, God could foreclose. That's what keeps you grounded.
Wow, that's how you tell you're in real estate right now.
Yeah, I know the real estate metaphor. You like that?
What's your day to day like now as a lawyer in real estate?
I get up around 6:30.
Bless
Okay.
up.
Bless up, yeah. Okay. I then make breakfast. I eat 4 or 5 meals a day. So I eat a lot. And I get to the office around 8:30, 9. Work. Get home around 7, dinner. Back to my computer for another 2-3 hours.
That's work? Or-
More work,
Okay.
but also like my work. So in life, you're gonna have your jobs. That's 9 to 5, 9 to 6, whatever it is. And then you have your nights and your weekends. You know what I call that? That's your 5-year plan. That's your 10-year plan. On those, that's not free time, that's your time. That's when you can focus on your goals, your company, your brand, your connections, your startup, your freelance job. There's no such thing as free time. There's their time, which is going to be most of your life, and then there's your time. So at nighttime, that's my time. On the weekends, that's my time. I'm working every weekend because no one's emailing me. I could focus on myself. I could edit a video. I could work on my nonprofit. I could work on a new startup idea. I got 10 right now.
Give us one of them. Give us the most promising.
Okay, dude. If I had to give you, or then you have to come up with an idea.
Fine.
Ben, it's on you.
Okay, so
I have one idea, but I'll say it after.
finding housing in New York City, impossible.
Right.
Finding an apartment, moving to a new city should actually be the most exciting moment of your life.
But it's stressful.
It ends up being the worst moment. And unless you have someone like me that understands real estate, that understands price per foot, that understands location, that understands quality of apartment, you're just flying blind. So my goal is to create a platform. Think of Hinge for real estate, where you put in your preferences and it shows you all the apartments that meet your preference. But what's novel about this idea? It's that AI, AI,
Okay.
baby. AI is gonna actually filter through every lease and every apartment in that building and in surrounding buildings and tell you whether or not you're getting a good deal.
That's great.
So the way SeatGeek tells you if you're getting a good ticket deal,
Yeah. Just do it
but
for
that's
apartments.
stupid, man. It's like $20 more, $20 less a ticket. Your apartment is much higher stakes. Like you don't know that a walk-up should actually reduce your rent by a few $100s a month. You don't know that a washer and dryer in your apartment actually makes it more valuable, but computers could tell you. So on the consumer side, you have this awesome platform. It's super fun and you're swiping and you get put in a group chat with the broker seamlessly. It's very modern. But from the knowledge perspective, you're actually being a virtual broker for consumers that are naive and don't know the markets. And that
They're getting fleeced.
is Live, the Live app.
LIV or LIV?
Now tell me what was so good about that pitch, Ben.
Told a story
Hand motions.
and you gave me value because
Started with
Also-
a hook, good. And
Josh.
Josh,
us.
start with the
Making
problem. Okay,
contributions.
when you're pitching anything, boys,
Okay.
and by the way,
This is important right here. I know what's coming.
this is when you're pitching anything.
Okay, I'm
It
gonna
could be
need-
you, your business, your smile, your dating profile. You gotta start with the problem. what are they missing in their life? What's wrong with their life? How am I going to make it better? So you start with the problem, you make them feel bad, you make them feel insecure, and boom, me to the rescue. And then you pitch it. Problem, solution, execution. Problem, it's hard to find an apartment. Solution, I got this fantastic app. Execution, how are we going to actually show you the best apartments through this AI system that compiles all the leases and it spits it out? So you go, wow, okay, so that actually makes kind of sense. So any time I'm talking, I'm always thinking, how do I make this interesting? When I do it, I'll tell you the best thing about TikTok. You have 1 second competing against the best creators in the planet.
Grab my attention.
So you get good at having a hook.
Yours was Miami.
If I would have said to you, and also looking down, no hands, no hand motions. Yeah. Okay. If I look down and I go, so it's like it's kind of hard. Like how many times did I say like when I pitched it?
4.
No, I didn't. Roll back that tape. Did I say like once?
Now I'm inclined to say.
Did
no.
I say
Oh, you're saying your pitch from before?
Yeah.
No,
It's 0. Yeah.
Professor,
Zero. Okay.
Professor Mark Spear.
So it's like AI for apartments.
Wow,
and,
I'm so interested.
And it's a little, but people talk like this.
Yeah.
Right.
You're gonna act like people don't all talk
sure.
like that.
No,
I
sure.
start like this. Ben, say someone's name. Hillel. Finding an apartment is supposed to be the best experience of your life. You're like, it is. I'm gonna live by NYU and meet all the NYU birds, and you're like all excited. I go, but it's not. And you're like, it's not. And I go, but it could be. And you're like, it could be. And you're bringing people on a roller coaster of emotions and wonder of what's coming next. So anytime you're pitching anything, boys, what is it? 1, 2, 3. Talk to me.
Problem, solution, execution.
Sheesh.
And
Bye,
there's
boys.
one
I'm
more.
coming
There's
up
one
with-
more. There's one more.
That's it.
Oh, really?
That's
Okay,
it.
fine. I was ready for the
Good
next
work,
one.
Ben.
Right, notice how Hillel always stays quiet.
I'm 3 for 3 right now.
Listen.
By the way, I'm like these problem solution. I didn't practice. I never said that before, but it actually makes a lot of sense. You got to live this stuff, man. I'm pitching stuff all day.
That's good stuff. We know we don't like set questions, but Mordy, I think this question is good for you. If you were to go back to college right now, you go back to college right now, you're in our shoes, sitting
Great
in this
question.
podcast, right? You're about to go back to your apartment for the night. What's something you would do, or what's advice you would give to yourself?
What did I actually do, or what would I do?
Like right now,
Well, we know you drove and
No, dude,
set up those nightclubs 2
Dude,
to 3.
I played a lot of GTA in college.
Really.
Really?
A lot, dude. I
Were
loved
you
it.
ranked?
No, dude, we were.
Love stealing cars.
Dude, yeah, dude, it was great. But anyway, my number one message to young people. Do you want to guess what it is?
Use your time wisely.
Yeah, but dig deeper, dude.
Dig deeper,
I
dog.
don't stay on the periphery of.
Your
Networking.
your time is your life.
Yes, but dig deeper.
Mordy, your time
Yeah.
is your life.
Okay. Dig deeper, Hillel. What am I gonna say to you?
Ben, we're disappointed.
What are all your friends doing on the couch, bro?
Nothing.
Smoking weed.
That would be your number one message.
It's like some Andrew Tate.
No, it's not, dude. My mom hates Andrew Tate. Okay. All young people are frying their brains. College was so easy. I just never smoked weed, and it was smooth sailing. I was like, I'm good. My brain is working. Weed is the most harmful substance and the most harmful demon for young people. Now, what are people going to respond? Well, billionaires like Jeff Bezos smoke weed. Do you think, Hilla, that Jeff Bezos was smoking weed when he was selling books?
Heck no.
Heck no. Number 2. Mordy, that's not...
That voice changed. It's a different person coming and speaking to him. I've never heard that before.
Mordy, but alcohol's worse than weed. And
Let's hear it.
I go, well, first of all, I didn't tell you to get drunk. And second of all, you can't get drunk before class, middle class, at night. Weed does not have a punishing effect like alcohol does. You get drunk one night, you can't smell alcohol again for a few days. People get high in the morning, in the day, at night. It's killing young people. It's killing young people. And my number one message to people is that I've never smoked weed, and I've been in many more situations that I was pressured to smoke weed. I've been at every party. I've been in New York City Fashion Week, at the Balenciaga show. I've been all over the world. I have never smoked weed once in my life. And you could open up a suitcase of $20,000, $30,000, $100,000 and say, smoke this joint, and I won't. You know why? My grandfather always told me, don't give yourself more demons to fight. You don't know how you're going to react if you smoke weed. You don't know. Maybe you're going to get addicted. Don't give yourselves more challenges in life. The Chafetz Chaim said, The strong person doesn't resist the situation. The strong person never gets in the situation.
That's good. Boom.
Okay? And you have to understand that this weed is the worst. Devil's lettuce, weed, reefer, whatever you want to call it. If one person watches this and says, I'm not going to smoke weed anymore, I did my job. This hour was the best hour I ever spent.
Ben, let's hit him with the question.
Okay, this is the last question before to go. We ask every guest what's one skill or experience that they've learned from their industry that applies to everyone across all in their industry. So you could pick, I guess, from real estate
I'll tell you.
or
So
content creation,
I'll tell,
whichever one.
I'm going to give you one from
You could do
law, and then from my time at a law firm. Then I'm going to give you one for content creation, creativity.
Let's do it.
Number one, the greatest skill you'll have and the greatest value add you'll have right now as young pitchers is note taking. If you go in a room, in a meeting, and you take good notes, and then you send those notes to everyone in the meeting, you will be at the next meeting. And you'll be at the next one, and by the 10th meeting, they're going to say, what do you think, Ben? What do you think, Hillel? And maybe you'll have a good idea. And you'll be, now all of a sudden, a decision maker. What I learned from my time at a law firm is I didn't know anything, but I took great notes, and then I emailed them to everyone, and they loved me.
Start learning how to type.
Take good notes. You'll get yourself in amazing places. Number one, creatively, TikTok, 1,000 strong, startups, digital marketing, videography, you name it. It always comes down to telling a good story. You always can make something interesting with the problem solution. Every
Execution.
video you do should always have an issue. Everyone loves to solve something. So at 1,000 strong, there were women without husbands, and we were going to solve that. We were going to make them whole as much as we could. With TikTok, people wanted to go to law school. They wanted to do what I was doing, and I showed them how to do it. So you're always thinking about filling a need creatively, and it all filters through. And I'll tell you the last thing creatively, no one's going to watch to start. No one. I was making videos for 13 years. I have YouTube videos that I've edited that took me 20 hours a piece that no one watched. If you want to be great at something, you better be ready to suck with no one watching for a long time. And eventually you'll get good, and then everyone's going to start watching. So you're never going to start and be great. Everyone you watch online has been doing it. Mr. Beast has been creating videos for years, and now he's the top. But it takes time. So be ready to suck and be ready to train and practice and perfect your craft. And then when you are great, people will say, wow, that can't believe that happened to you overnight like that.
Right.
So creatively, be ready to suck and then be ready to be great.
What was your other acronym? It was something applause at the
Dude,
end.
it's everything, dude.
Something
oh my
like
God.
that.
Yeah, it's about the rejection. That was
Rejection.
a laugh, acceptance, applause.
Oh yeah, laugh acceptance.
That's great. And any final takeaways, Mordy, as a Jewish
So
professional?
first of all, I want to ask you guys one or two questions. First, I want to say that you guys doing this is cool. I see who you're talking to. You guys have some big shot. I'm definitely one of the more pitchers. I'm entertaining, but I'm definitely not these billionaires you're bringing in. The fact that you get to sit in with these billionaires, and I'll tell you where the value is after, email them, let's get coffee. Oh, could I come to your event? Could I come to your office? The follow-up, boys. Every speaker that came to speak to us at Cy Sims, I followed them to the parking lot. Every single speaker. And I got their email, hey, let's chat, let's go out. So this is awesome. And I want to know about what's your ambition? Like, where do you want to be in 5 to 10 years?
In 5 to 10 years, I would say, so we're getting real over here. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm just curious.
The tone kind of changed.
Because I always knew where I was going.
You know, I also enjoy really meeting people, speaking to people. And I think finance is a field where that's really valued.
Yeah.
So I definitely think finance, I'm working at a bank this summer. I'll see where that takes me. And then I think I kind of don't want to even plan so far in advance because you never know who you're going to meet at a bank or at a place with such high caliber people. And will take you to what's next. So a lot of people go into banking thinking I'm going to go to private equity in 2 years. I think I'm kind of open-ended. Well, I think we'll see.
I
like that, but you're talking professionally, but how about community, as a community leader, as someone that people will look up to? What does that look like? Because you got to start planning now. When I was younger, I always said to myself, I'm going to be the most influential Jew to ever live. I'm on my way. I'm not there yet, but I'm on my way.
Ben's great at these kind of answers, but I'll tell you that I think that something that's valued in any community, no matter what you end up accomplishing, is somebody that is full of positivity.
Nice.
Someone that brings good energy wherever they are. I was just talking on the phone today with someone at the bank I'm going to work at this summer, and they were telling me that beyond anything in an intern, they don't care about how good they are at Excel, how good they're at PowerPoint, how good they know the technicals. What they care about is what kind of energy and what kind of positive attitude they're going to bring to the team. And to me, I think that was such a great message. I literally heard that today on the phone. And I think that's valued in any community too, in the Jewish world too. People who just bring energy and compliment people and say good morning to the security guard. I think that is valued in every Jewish community, every non-Jewish community, every workplace. And I think that is something I hope to bring. Honestly,
I like
Mordy.
that.
Mordy, I
dude,
got you.
that's a
good.
great message.
That's a great answer.
That's a great answer.
That's a good
W
answer.
Hillel.
Saying thank you, Mordy, for coming on. We really appreciate it. We hope everyone enjoys the podcast. Thank you to Josh, Ashley, and JB for helping us run it. Appreciate the listeners. Give us feedback. We'll love to hear what you say. Catch you on the next one.